my hot take on drinking is that I think that the whole zero alcohol movement is going to be a net negative for the health of society because people are drinking less, but as a result, even if they're getting a health benefit from that, they're not hanging out with their friends. And so I think like people are drinking less and they're like, oh, my sleep score is sick, but they're super lonely because they're not going out.
That's interesting. Yeah, you see Gen Z right now is not socializing as much as they were. They're not getting in relationships. And the amount of, I think it was like virgin 30-year-olds living with their parents was like the highest level ever in history. But that could be because they don't have the social confidence that just having a beer would like give them that bit of a boost to go up and talk to that person or just want to get out of their parents' house.
Yeah, whenever you say this, people say like, well, if you had to drink to hang out with your friends, they weren't really, really good friends. But I'm just, to that, I'm like, to me, having a drink just helps you loosen up. You like have a better time. It's enjoyable. Like I still have a drink probably once a week. Like I'll have a glass of wine with my wife, or I'll go, like if I'm having a dinner with a friend, I'll have a drink and I love it. Like it's a net positive to my life. Even if I like, yeah, it's a little negative for my health. Okay, I'm fine with that. If it, creates the type of like social settings that I like with people. I just think that on the like statistics around this, it's pretty clear. Like teenagers in the US are spending 70% less time in person with their friends than they were 2 decades ago. A couple weeks ago, I saw a stat that just was showing the percentage of people in the US who are married and own a home before age 30. It was like 50% in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and now it's like 11%. It's fallen off a complete cliff.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of understand the reasons why.
Why? Home prices?
Rising home prices. Income's really not keeping up with inflation and the price to buy a home. And then the internet, that you could just do anything you want online. There's no real reason to go out and hang out with your friends because there's so much online. You don't go to the movies
anymore. No. People don't go like out. It's just hang out, watch movies on Netflix, streaming services, TikTok.
Yeah, no one goes out shopping anymore either. Besides groceries. But like, I would never go to the mall and go shopping. I wouldn't really do that before either, but now I'm especially never doing it. It's just I could go online, find exactly what I want, ship it, and returns are so easy these days.
Yeah. Partying is down. Partying is down bad in the US. If you look at like the percentage of people who said they went to a party in the last month, it's like just completely fallen off a cliff, 70, 80, 90% down over the last 2 decades. But again, I'm like, okay, so we're drinking less, we're optimizing our life in this one area, but are we just harming ourselves in another one?
It's probably going to be an issue when you look at the birth rates. And then at some point, we're going to be a bit like Japan.
We're already like that.
We're not that bad.
Well, like we're on that trajectory for sure.
Yeah.
The demographics in the U.S. are really bad. I mean, Elon Musk is like always talking about this, right? This is like their big thing.
What are the main concerns with the demographics?
Just that we end up in a world where you have a ton of dependent age people and not enough working age people. So you end up in a country where, like Japan, where the average age is over 60.
Yeah.
And so you have a whole bunch of people that aren't working that need services provided to them, and it's all paid for by young people and there aren't enough of them.
So here's what I think. There's really only 2 options. One is you financially incentivize people to have kids. That's certainly an option. I don't think we're going to do that. The other option is just really incentivize good legal immigration and bring people from other countries who want to live and work here. I think those are the only 2 options. And I think Japan is going to be doing the same thing. At some point, I think they're going to make it very easy for people who want to live in Japan to go and move to Japan. They could live there full time. They could work there. They could integrate within the society. Maybe there's some requirements there, but it's a beautiful place. And when they don't have that amount of people, I bet they could select for who they want to move there. I think they're going to make it very appealing for U.S. people to move to Japan. And then the U.S. is going to be like, wait a second, you can't take our workers. And so the U.S. is going to have to do something.
I know a lot of people that are at the age of having kids, and their primary concern is being able to financially justify having a kid. Whereas now I feel like everyone's like, okay, I have to build up this sort of a nest egg. I have to have this amount of money coming in. I have to have a house so I don't have rent when I'm having a kid. Whereas back in the day, it was kind of like, have a kid, kind of figure it out. So I don't know.
Why do you think that that's changed? Like, why is there such a, concern around that now versus
I think people care about money more than they used to. Like, I saw this one Jerry Seinfeld clip a long time ago where he was like, back in the day, people didn't care about money like they do today. Back in the day, people would ask you, what do you do for work? Oh, I do this. Oh, that's a cool job. That's what they cared about. It wasn't like, how much are you making? How much money do you have? Which is kind of like the narrative of conversations now. Back in the day, it was just like, do you have a cool job or do you not? And so I don't know exactly why that is, but I think like maybe it's materialism, consumerism, marketing, how every company is telling you what you need and how it's, you need to buy the newest iPhone, the newest car, to have the coolest things, to attract the coolest partner. Maybe it has something to do with
I think
that.
it's maybe people are just getting a bit complacent. There's
It
less,
could also, and it's probably a combination of that too. Life has gotten too appealing to sit on
Yeah.
your couch and scroll on TikTok.
Get anything you want delivered on credit. You could break up that Chipotle burrito into 4 equal payments over the year.
DoorDash is the bane of human existence.
You can
That,
spend a lot of
Netflix,
money on
and-
those things, man, without realizing
But
it.
everything is there.
Yeah.
Everything you need is within a room, and you're totally satisfied.
I mean, that's also the
Yeah.
problem, by the way, with like young people dating, with committing to long-term relationships. Like all of this stuff is all tied together. Where you live in a world where at the touch of a button, you can press the eject button from anything, right? Like, oh, I don't really feel like going out. Like, eject button. Okay, it all gets delivered to me here. Like, I'm dating someone and it's no longer like the honeymoon phase. You're like, well, I have 1,000 options on my phone on this app. So like, eject button on that. And the problem is the vast majority of good things in life, every single thing you want, is on the other side of a little bit of struggle. Like, the best relationships are built through crawling through the mud with someone over a long period of time, like engaging in hard conversations, being able to navigate that, getting past that honeymoon phase and recognizing that, all of the growth that comes from the challenges. And if you're so quick to press the eject button as soon as it's no longer amazing, you're never going to actually experience the good that was on the other side of that struggle.
So what do you think are the best opportunities today for the next few years?
To make money?
Yeah. Speaking of money.
I think that the most interesting opportunity right now is AI enablement for small and medium-sized businesses. If you are a young person right now and you are technologically savvy, you could be making an enormous amount of money by consulting directly with companies that have no idea how to use AI or implement it into their workflows. Huge companies can go and afford McKinsey or Bain or whoever to come in and do this for them on these enormous projects. But small and medium-sized businesses are not getting hit up by those big consultancies. And you as an individual can go out and build a legitimate high cash flow consulting business going in and doing this. And it's pretty easy. Like, you're going into businesses that are fundamentally pretty simple. You're going and evaluating their workflows. Like, you basically have them record everything they're doing. You maybe go in and spend a couple days there. And then you're effectively just going to create a playbook for them on how to implement AI to improve their workflows.